Robin from Robin Bits and Pieces, and this is Lily. She's a Havanese, and I was showing for about 12 years, and big question when I started was what to do with this coat, how to take care of it. I'm probably not going to touch on everything. It's a learning process. Stop. Lily's a sweetheart. She's my socialite. She was fun to show. She went in the ring and it was like all business. I was just there to hold the lead. Would be awesome if they were all like that. Anyhow, lay down. You want to start when they're really little because they'll want to fight. You want to put them in submission. That's by pinching the scruff of their neck and holding down with your thumb to make them lay down. It's kind of like the mama's making a mind when she uses the canine tooth. You use the thumb, and the more they wiggle, the more you put pressure on the thumb because that's what the mom would do. But you don't have this much coat when they're that little. Lay down. You're just practicing. Just lay them down. Spritz them a little bit with water, run a little bit at the comb over them, just a tiny bit to get them used to it. Do the other side. Only spend like 5 or 10 minutes a night just to get them used to it. Now, you never want to do the coat dry. You want to brush it while it's a little damp because it'll break. You don't want to do it while it's saturated because it'll stretch and break. And we also do a blow dryer while we're drying them out after a bath and brushing with a pen brush. That would be the only time that you would do while they're wet. But you don't want to get too aggressive. So you spritz them out with a little water. And what line combing or line brushing is you're starting and you're brushing the coat up. You're just taking little sections and brushing that up. And you want to get into that undercoat. Just like that. And she doesn't have very many mats because I did just dry her for another video. Let's see if you can see. I'm going to zoom this in so you can see maybe a little bit better. I'm just taking the coat and I'm brushing up. I'm just taking little sections and brushing up. And like I said, you don't want to do it while it's dry. You can get Johnson's Detangler. You can use People's shampoo on dogs. You just want to dilute so you only have like 1 inch on the bottom of the bottle that you're using and fill the rest up with water. You don't want to, it'll take forever to get the soap out if you don't dilute it. If you've got a mat, let's say there was a big mat right here. You don't want to start here at the skin and brush out because you're going to pull. You want to take and you want to work that mat from the ends and keep working at it slowly until you get to the skin and get it out. Also, when you're using the pen brush, do not scrape the skin repeatedly because you will burn them with the brush and that's not comfortable. And this is a Doggy Mint. It's a softer bristle brush. There's other kinds that have a stiffer bristle, but I like these because they're kinder on the coat and they were recommended by handlers. You'll need a pen brush. They have anywhere from $10 to $50. The Christensen brushes are $50. They're a wooden handle, and quite honestly, this is a $20 brush, and I think it does just as well. You want a metal comb. You can get them Teflon coated. They're like $10 or $15 at the shows, or you can order them online. A spray bottle with water. You can add a little bit of conditioner in there if you'd like, but you don't want them to look oily. And then the night before, I use, what's the name of it? Argan oil. The night before show, and I just got done drying them out. It kind of dries the coat. I put a little bit of argan oil on them. You can get this at Sally's. But I don't usually use it right before the show because it can make them look a little bit oily. The hair will soak it up, but I don't do that. You will also need a flea brush, or flea comb, I'm sorry, because you want to comb out, let's see if I can do it backwards. You want to comb out right underneath their eyes and make sure they don't have any mats in their beard. You want to make sure they don't have any eye goobers. On Havanese, the only place that you can do a part is the bridge of their nose, right here. She don't have a lot of coat there. And I do a V, I do a V right here from the nose up to the corner of the eye, so I can get this hair back here and this down here so I know where it's at. And then on the shampooing, what I do, because I've got several dogs, so I'm not running the water constantly, is I take a plastic tote, fill it with water to get them wet initially. This is not in the right bottle, but this is the kind of tip I use for my shampoo. I put about this much soap in here, fill the rest with water, and this way I can direct the soap to where I want it. This is a Davis product. It's hypoallergenic. I use baby shampoo on the face, and I use Dawn dish soap on the ears because the ears are kind of oily. When you're brushing your dog, I do want to point out, don't brush daily. You don't want to rip that coat out. They have combs that have roller teeth. Do not use those. Those are hard on the coat. What I did when I was showing was I brushed anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. And sometimes I just spot brushed mats. But never wash them with the mats in because the mats get tighter. That's the one thing I always did. I made sure I brushed them the night before I gave them a bath. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. This will work on other long breed dogs as well, like Maltese, Shih Tzus. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And if you're interested, I do have a video on traveling safely with dogs. I have one on emergency items that you should be traveling with dogs, but I also keep those same emergency products in a bag here at my house in case there's any injuries that I'm prepared. I also have one on a freestanding water bottle on how I made my X pens. And I've been saying this for 2 years now, I want to do a video on my dog grooming stroller that I made. It worked out so handy if you're an owner handler trying to carry all that stuff in, because you're not going to set up like a normal handler where you keep everything at the show site. So again, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back.